Candlepin Challenge, produced by CN8 in conjunction with the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Hi again, everybody, and welcome inside the Woburn Bowlerdrome. John Holt with Earl Smith in for the vacationing Dan Murphy, and we have a champ looking to make it 4 in a row this week.
Right. Hopefully, you can keep it back until Danny gets back. Got 2 good challenges waiting in the challenges round, so we'll have to wait and see.
We'll speak with Gary in just a second, our reigning champ. But first, Trina Fernandez standing by with the challengers. Trina?
Thank you very much, Sean. Today our challengers have familiar faces. We've got Bob Whitcomb and Stu Bergman. And Bob, long time no see, our friend. Where you been?
Well, that's all I do is work a lot of hours, and I come and watch a few tapings, but I'm glad to be back on the show.
Well, we're so happy to have you back here. We know you've been here to root for Sam and John Zappi and
a few other guys and teammates, Craig Holberg. So it's good to get on here and try it myself, see what happens.
All right, well, we're happy to see you in the challengers box today. And you wanted the shirt, so you came just for the shirt today. Stu, welcome back. You were here a couple months ago, but you were a victim of
John Zappi.
John Zappi.
Yes, I was. Yeah. It was an honor to be one of his victims, but he's a great guy, and it was happy he beat the record too. So
right.
It's good to be back, and I'm happy bowling Bobby. He's one of the best, and we're also good friends, so looking forward to it.
Well, you heard it here first. 2 friends that have to roll against each other, and anything can happen in that one string. Back over to you guys.
Trina, thank you. Gary, you've downplayed what you've accomplished these last 3 weeks, but something obviously is going right, especially in that first game a week ago when you put up the 139. What's been the key to your consistency?
I don't know. I've gotten into a little bit of a rhythm, and fortunately, nobody's really thrown anything big at me yet. So I feel pretty fortunate to be here this week.
Well, good luck as you go for 4 in a row today.
Thank you.
We're back with the challengers match right after this on CN8. Glad you're with us on the Candlepin Challenge here on CN8, the Comcast Network. All set for our challengers match. And Stu Bergman to go first, a 1-game challengers match. Opposing Bob Whitcomb. The winner advances to meet Gary Duffett, our 3-time champ, as the Hall of Famer looks for 4 in a row this week. We use lanes 35 and 36 here at the Bowlerdrome, and Stu opens by dropping 3.
You got left with a 1, 2, 6, and 10. Look off to get off to a fast start on the challengers match.
If you're listening for the voice of Dan Murphy and wondering why you don't hear it, he is wrapping up a vacation. We're told he's going to be back. We're being threatened that he's going to be back for the next taping. But the way Earl's been performing the last few weeks, that's not definite. That's not written in stone. We'll have to check with the ICBA and review the recent tapes.
I'm sure he's just dying to get back here from Mexico.
Open for Stu in the first 2. Didn't mention it at the top of the show, but the strike challenge jackpot has grown to $550. And between games 1 and 2 of our championship match, someone whose name has been drawn from cards submitted by the audience will get an opportunity to throw a strike, and if they do, they will leave here today with $550. Lois Queen, and that's a familiar name in Candlepin circles. One of the great female Candlepin bowlers. She could be the one to do it.
Yes, not a bad effort for, was it about 3 minutes? Not even 3 minutes. $550 here.
Bob gets the wood, so he'll be open in the first. A couple years ago, as Trina alluded to, the last time we saw Bob, he was with us for our championship show in Haverhill. One of the more talented bowlers. It's a 10 box to take that early 3-pin advantage. Joining us from Halifax, Massachusetts is Bob. Drops 7, leaves the 2-4-6. Bob employed in the biotech field.
try.
You will see behind Bob, gentleman wearing a Patriots jersey, number 93. That is not Richard Seymour.
No, by no means.
That is Craig Holbrook. One of the great Candlepin bowlers who's had some good runs on this program.
Yes, he's been around for a while.
Nice to have him supporting the show and attendance in the crowd, cheering on Stu and Bob. Box 3 for Stu, and he drops 4.
He told us he was faster than Seymour, though.
Yeah,
so.
he believes that.
A little smaller, but faster.
Disappointing 5 for Stu. As we always remind you, not a lot of room for error when it's just a one-game format in the Challengers round. Stu would love to have that 5 back. See if he can rebound in box 4.
There you go.
Nearly a strike, drops 9 to the 10. Also with us in the crowd, we mentioned Craig, we should mention the all-time record holder. Did it earlier this season, 9 weeks in a row, John Zappi, the great John Zappi. I always think it's nice how the community, the Candlepin community, supports itself with bowlers supporting other bowlers in this television program. Certainly our attendance is a proof of that. We thank you too for your loyalty at home.
Right, that was a 9 box by Stu, which gives him 30 after 4.
Bob dropped 6.
The bowlers are a very tight group.
There's a whole community too of message boards on the internet, and tournaments that a lot of these people run into each other at. Their leagues, of course. Great competitions at the roll-offs to qualify for this show. We are still in search of our first mark in this match. That is a 9, so a 10, an 8, and 9. That totals 27 for Bob.
He's got the ball working in there. The 6 pin there. He's got plenty of wood in front. That's what I would play. I'm sure that, well, Dan probably by now would say, yeah, that's the way to go.
Ooh, tough break. And it may be our first sighting of
Dan's sighting.
Dan La Rochelle from the ICBA helping us out with the scoring. It's a little cold here in the Bowlerdrome, so the delay is he's going to take his coat off.
He's getting pretty quick down here, folks.
Again, not as quick as Richard Seymour or Craig Holbrook, but
yeah.
He's gaining. Yeah, we time him, and the times have improved.
He's getting there.
Got to catch his breath on the walk back. It's okay to smile, too. Well, the drought of marks has now reached 4 boxes for both bowlers. Stu in the 5th. Half Worcester to the left side. Punched out the 2 in the 8.
If you do recognize Dan, he's from King Lanes in Manchester, so next time you go in and say hi, tell him how good of a job he did. Not close to me, but he did a good job.
You have set the bar tremendously high, Arlen. Doesn't make it easy for substitutes. Stu is an accountant by trade. Married father of 3, Josh, Allison, and Christina. Second ball, box 6.
Wow.
Leaves the 4 and 7.
Nice ball going in. Just tripped it up and over. You put it where you had to. Just didn't get the break.
Who will get the first mark and gain the momentum in this one?
By looking at it now, that's all it's going to take. One mark.
The difference at this point is that third box where Stu struggled and posted just the 5. On the head pin, all 10 of them for the big guy, Bob Whitcomb. A little more like it.
Got in there and just exploded. As you'll see here on the replay. Right in the 1-3. Look at that. That's slow motion. It was quick. Double. It's pretty quick. It's flattened out for him, I believe. You can go right at it.
Spare on strike, and the momentum has certainly swung the way of Bob Whitcomb.
Yeah, that was huge.
Not a lot of time for Stu to answer. It's got to start right here in the 7th. Ooh, 8, and he moved a 9th pin.
He moved it right around in a circle.
There it goes. Oh!
Wow.
Hang in there, folks. Good things come to those who wait.
No time limit here.
And a
Wow.
little smirk from Stu.
Already turned around. Bingo.
First part of the fill, not what he wanted. Total fill of 6. A little bit of a letdown. Nine box up to 73 through 8. A replay of that
Strike.
slow developing strike.
Didn't want to go. Must be that cold air. Just blew right over in here. Look at that.
Back to Bob in the 7th. He's starting to be in the groove. Big fill of 9 and a chance for his 3rd straight mark, which would mean $50 in bonus money.
All over
Yes, put it in the bank, 50 bucks and 3 marks in a row for Bob. And from here on out, any more consecutive marks will net him 50 more each time. Leaves that cluster of 3. It's the 2, 5, 8.
Just wants to stay away from that cap on the end. Drive it straight back. Just grabbed a piece of it on the way by.
The run of marks ending at 3. There'll be at least a 9, chance to make it a 10 box.
And a 10 it is.
Gets him over the century mark to 102.
Stu's gonna have to put a couple marks up. About 29. We get him that $1,000 for the strikes.
Yeah, there you
There you
go. Strike number 1.
The first one.
Replay look, and again, a little drama involved, not as much as the previous.
Gonna get 2. Ah!
Live action on the follow-up, 9 of the 10.
He got the 5. He moved it. He thought it was gone.
Shooting at the kingpin. Got it, spare on strike to earn 1 more ball.
Needs a hand. If he throws a mark here or a strike here, he'll get the $50 in bonus money.
looking for 3 in a row. Instead, he can add 7 to the total, 110. So Bob with just 9 pins to get to seal this one. And he gets all 9 right there with 1 ball. So Bob Whitcomb is going to advance. Gary Duffett is the gentleman he'll have to challenge in the championship match. And the way Bob is finishing, 4 marks over the last 5, he is going to head in pretty darn hot into that championship match.
Yeah, he's been all over that head pin too. Of course, I say that and he misses it. So
still got 6 in the fill.
4 horsemen on the right side. Wow.
The 10 not cooperating. Last ball, and we'll tally up the final numbers. Fix it up. So it's an 18-pin victory, 128 to 110. Bob Whitcomb, a finalist from 2 years ago, is back in a championship match. Gary Duffett to step in next. The 2-game championship match is straight ahead on CNA. Is Bob Whitcomb the guy to knock off Gary Duffett? Well, we'll find out over the next 2 games. Duffett looking to make it 4 weeks in a row as the champ of the Candlepin Challenge, and Bob coming off that 128-110 victory over Stu Bergman. Gary to go first. Game 1 of 2. 9 of 10 go, leaving the 7. And a lot of wood.
He's got 6 pieces of wood down there.
Hopped right over.
Up and over the one in the gutter. The pins went straight back, and that's something I would do.
So instead of a mark to begin with, it is a 10 box for Gary.
Especially when you let's take a look at it. Here's the replay on that shot.
Oh, his reaction.
And look at that.
Incredulous.
Usually thought it was marked in the books too.
5 up, 5 down. Looking at the 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. Gonna leave that back row minus the 8. Soft touch gets him 1 more. 8 bucks to go with a 10 bucks. Total of 18. Bob Whitcomb, who ended on a hot note in his challengers match, looks to keep it going in the championship.
He had 4 marks there. Close that game out. Just missed that one. He's got the 2-7 and the 6-10. Grab a couple here.
Down 2, very early that is.
There you go. Slid right in front of it.
The wood presenting a major challenge, though, the way it's positioned.
Yeah. We see it on an angle from here, but by his reactions looking at it, it's in his way, so I would say he's going to play it up high on the cap. He tried to go low and get it off the wall. It's just a roadblock sitting in the middle. Not much you could do with it.
Picks up the 10th pin there. Both bowlers at 18. Gary in the third. 8 of 10.
Nice break. Hit the 6 and 10 to go. And he's probably still thinking about that last one.
Gets the 4 and 7, so that's a spare. First mark of our championship match. Fills it with 8.
And he's got the 3 and a 5. Wow.
That close to consecutive marks.
Got the object pin and just threw it right in front of it.
$10 to 46.
Wow.
9 of 10, and the wood rolls off.
He puts that ball on it. You can't hear it hit the lane, and it explodes as it hits that head pin. The pin's quick.
Righty's got a clear shot at the 7. Yes. So matching spares in the third. Craig Holbrook and company approving. Leaves the 3-6.
With an 8 fill. He can make another one right here. Cherry picked it. Well, a 10 box would make them all even.
Nearly identical scores. They're even at 46 with the way they've done it. Both with spares in the third, fills of 8, and 10 boxes in the fourth. Even Steven, 46 apiece. Again, we remind you, $550 on the line between games 1 and 2. Our audience participation strike challenge. The jackpot has been building at $25 a week. Two of the last 3 spares for Gary.
Just caught enough of that wood to slide the 5 and slide everything straight over to the 7. Nice shot. Textbook material right there.
Five in the fill.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
And 3 of 4. He'll be in line for bonus money when he steps back in.
Watch this, right in the 1-3. 2 in a row.
Bob now in the 5th.
He's got the diamond left. Usually it's the back one in the back, the sleeper.
It is. Oh! Just when you thought I was going to stay asleep. The 8 gets taken out. Nice spare by Bob.
Came off the sidewall. He hit the object pin, the one in front. I believe he kicks it right straight off the sidewall. Here comes the messenger. Look at that.
Healthy fill of 8.
That wood isn't. That wood does not look good from here. The other one's rolling right out in front. He's going out to take a look at it. He might be able to push that right straight, that front piece right straight back enough to catch the second piece of wood in the back. Oh, he's going right at it.
Oh! Wow.
Nice shot.
Well done. Do we have a good match or what? 6 boxes into game 1. We'll take a second look.
Look at that, up and off the wall. That's how it's done.
Back with more good bowling from Woburn right after this on CNA. Glad you're with us on CN8 for the Candlepin Challenge. That's your reigning champ who just stepped up, Gary Duffett. 3 weeks in a row, shooting for 4, and right now in a good one. Gonna fill it up in the 7th. Trailing Bob Whitcomb by some 3 pins. Both bowlers with spares in the 6th.
Look at that.
What a fill. 9. Looking at that 6 pin.
Yeah, it looks like a pencil down there. Most of the bowlers know it looks awful small.
Misses to the right. Got it that time.
Gary's got 90 in the 7th. Back on that head pin.
Leaves the 4.
He moved it.
Ooh.
It's 2 opportunities in a row.
Two 10 boxes.
Yeah, and he gets them both for 10. So that's 2 huge single pins. He could have put him out a little further here, but Bob's going to say something right here.
See if he can match that 9 fill from Gary.
He's got the 1-2, 7-8 on one side, and then he's got the 6-10 on the other side. So 1-2 pocket and gets them all. Hey, boy, he gets that wood to move around.
That is an 8. So for the moment, Gary Duffett through 7 complete, up 4. Now it's Bob opposite at 10.
There you go.
Oh!
Drops the hammer.
First strike we've seen in this championship match. 3 spares and a strike for Bob, and watch his reaction. I think he approves.
I think he knows as soon as he throws it. There you go. I'd do that. I'd fall over. He knew it was a good ball as soon as he let it go. Strike challenge is coming up, folks. So
with big money on the line, $550. Nice spare by Gary. He's been so consistent in
Yes,
his run as champ.
Right on that head pin, exactly off and on the wall right there.
And by that, I mean, doesn't have any bad stretches.
Nice.
Maybe quiet at times, but then he'll come back with a mark or two. Fill of 5.
Fill of 5. He's been around long enough, so just stay in your game and keep plugging away.
Finishes with the 10 box, gets to 125, posting a solid number.
It's right around his average.
Here's Bob after the strike in the 8th. Leaves the 5-9, nice. Wood resting against.
Yeah, he wanted, by the looks of that, he wanted that wood to come out a little more. I don't think it's going to cover the 9 pin in the back. Short pin. But he got a 9 fill out of it.
$115 through 9 complete.
All complete.
Opposite of 10 box. This has been very even.
One, 2, 9, 10. Usually the hard one out of here is the if you put it in the 1, 2, it's that 9 pin. Let's get a couple here.
Needs all 3 to be tied heading into game 2. So, a small, slim advantage. The slimmest of advantages for the 3-time champ. Gary Duffett up 125-124. We are back with game 2, but before that, the strike challenge for $550.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, our strike challenge winner, well, winner for a try at $550 is Lois Queen. And, you know, $550 is not bad.
That's a lot.
You know, and I'm feeling pretty good about your chances because what inside information do you have here?
Well, I bowl out of this house, but just so everybody knows, I don't get a lot of strikes.
Well,
and I've been dropped, but not a lot of strikes. But I'm hoping that is happening right now.
I heard that you're quite good luck.
Thank you.
All right, go get him.
Good luck to Lois. Got an average of 117. Terrific Candlepin bowler.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
$550 on the line. Six, 7. Spare will get her 50. She'd be her 3rd spare of the season. The 2 bowlers get the spare, 1 the strike. Helen Fellows back in week 1.
That's tough wood in anybody's place.
So she's at $8 now. $1 a pin. Can add a couple more bucks. And it's 9. Lois Queen. Said I hit the head pin. That's all I wanted. Oh, that and $550 would have been good, but
yeah, that would have been nice.
Good effort. All right, Bob Whitcomb, the challenger, finds himself down a pin as we begin game 2 with Gary Duffett, 125 to 124. So the jackpot grows, Earl, to $575.
$575 next time. Can I get into that? I'll have to run that by the committee.
As long as you can spell your name and put it on a card, I guess. No, I think there may be certain
My
restrictions.
wife would differ there. Bob's going to be open on the first box. And there's Helen. You see Helen behind there. She's the only one in the first show to have a strike there.
On the left, behind Craig Holbrook. That was a magical moment, our very first strike back in week 1 this season. The 7 left for Bob.
Yeah, she didn't even know she hit it.
Turned around thinking she had left a couple up. Nope.
All over that for a spare for Bob in the second.
Gary from Merrimack. It's been an absolute gentleman to deal with the last 4 weeks. Humble in his analysis of his success. Says he's dodged a couple bullets, lucky to still be winning, but he has been consistent. I think he's downplaying his success just a bit. He is a Hall of Famer. And he began his run with a victory over a fellow Hall of Famer, Steve Vadney.
Yes.
Here's a look at Helen. Yep. Turned around and saw the crowd's reaction and knew she had done it.
Yeah. If you missed it, it was a great show with her facial expressions. Was everything on that one.
Priceless. Gary looking at the 1, 2, 4 and 9 in the back. Got only the single pin.
That means when Bob gets back up there, he's going to have an opportunity to take the lead.
His fill ball will add to his score. Second box score.
Wow.
Oh, in a big way, too.
Saw it as he left his hand from behind there. He knew it, too. It was tight in the 1-3. We're sitting right behind these guys on lane 35, and you could tell when he left his hand, it was in there. Wow. He's holding that up.
The 10 will not go. Stubborn.
That slid that. It can't be hanging on much on that plate. It slid it about 3 inches.
So 3 in a row for more bonus money. Up to $100 in that department is Bob. And I think for the first time in his 4-week run, Gary Duffett is, I don't want to say on the ropes, but being tested.
Yes.
Seriously tested.
Yeah, it's last couple of weeks has been within, 9, 10, 11 pins. Those 3 marks in a row, it just jumps up in a hurry. Nice 10. Watch this in the 1-3. It's about as good 10 as you can get. It needs a couple marks, though. And Bob's going to be coming up and working on that spare.
They keep
Watch
going.
that.
All 10 of them. So, little answer from the champ.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's on that head pin where you have to be, and it's slow motion from there. The last one to go out, yeah, it's a 7-pin. But a strike is a strike.
3 marks in a row and counting for Bob Whitcomb.
Ouch.
4 in a row. Delivering punch after punch to the reigning champ.
And that was just as quick as, you know, as the rest of them. I think he's in a groove now. Anything around that hit pin. Look at that.
Whoa! That bonus money piling up now up to 200, and he'll go for a triple strike when he steps back in.
Yeah, and that was just as quick as the other one.
Gary now coming off the strike in the 4th. Takes out 4. Leaves the 2, 4, 8, 3, 6, 10.
Yeah, it's a tough shot. Count.
Total fill of 6. And it's a 7 box.
Yeah, Gary's got 53 in the 5th.
.46 advantage at the moment for Bob, but Gary's opposite a strike.
Yeah, that doubles. It's huge. Let's hopefully have a big out, and when he gets back up again, he can make a run of his own. There you go.
It's an 8, so the champ's run is in jeopardy thanks to Bob Whitcomb. He is red hot. Back for the final 4 boxes on the Candlepin Challenge next. Welcome back to Woburn, and Bob Whitcomb, the challenger today, has Gary Duffett on the ropes, and he is going for the triple strike right now. It's 5 marks in a row. This would be number 6 in a row, and his 3rd strike, which would give him a half of that triple strike pool, which right now belongs entirely to Dan Gothier.
Oh, that's good.
Won't get the triple strike, but still has a chance for mark number 6 in a row. 3, 6, 8, 10. Wood in front of the 8.
Nice shot.
All of them, 6 marks in a row. And the bonus money continues to build up to 250 for Bob.
Yeah, watch this. Right in the 3. Off the wall. And finally takes out the 8. Yeah, he's in a groove.
And you jinxed him.
There's been something up with those lanes. That lane 36 here for the past couple of weeks.
The mark's over at 6 in a row, but nice run. 3 strikes, 3 spares in that half dozen.
It's going to be up at least 60 pins. Nice 10.
All 10 of them. Oh yeah, by the way, you're right. His lead has grown into the 70s.
Which is huge. Right. I think you said he's got $250 in bonus money.
Gary with just the one strike, the only mark he's had in this game back in the 4th.
Which is tough. Sitting back and watch the other bowler. There's no defense in this game.
And despite the big deficit, remember he led by a pin heading into game 2. 125-124, and Bob has been just that good.
Just ran into a buzzsaw.
Bob needing 20 more pins over the next 2 boxes to boost his 2-game total to a point where he'd be one of the top 3 scorers so far this season.
Can we get it?
Yes! I think he's gonna get it. That, of course, would qualify him, at least for the moment, to be part of our final show of the season, which he was part of 2 years ago, with a chance to win $5,000.
Right, yeah, as you see, he's done this all day. He finally gets it to move. He's got the magic down there today and just topples over.
148 in this game and counting.
Look at this.
Oh! He is pumped up, and so is the crowd, including Zappy and Holbrook and the whole crew.
This was a lot quicker than the last one, folks. And there's another. So he's gonna double here working, so.
Looking for the triple. Spread eagle. Minus that 4. Figures. Tremendous 183 in this game, 307, and he is certainly in that mix right now to be on our final show. He's in 2nd place behind John Zappy, and he wins by 102 pins, or leads by 102 pins with the 2 boxes to go for Gary. And that type of luck for Gary here in game 2. Gets all 10 for a 10 box. Bob Whitcomb has to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
He'll be back with us next week as he starts his own championship run.
Yeah, and he gave the triple strike a run there twice in that same game.
Dan Gothier safe for the moment.
Yeah, it must be like 5 pins, I think. I think it's 312. Zappy has.
So the final numbers tallied up. It's a big 83 pin victory for Bob Whitcomb while dominating in game 2, 307 to 224. We're back with the wrap-up from Woburn right after this on CNN. A good run for Gary Duffett, but as you said, Earl, he ran into a buzzsaw today in Bob Whitcomb.
Bob Whitcomb had it all in the last game. They were pretty much within 2 pins or 1 pin going into the 2nd game, and Bob came through.
Puts up a 307, second to John Zappy's 312, and of course Bob will be back next week. We hope you are too, right here on the Candlepin Challenge on CNN.